Solid fuels burned efficiently will help to clear the air of our cities. It will protect the public health and will mean a new lease of life for many of our great national monuments. St. Paul's, for example, which has suffered in the past from the atmospheric pollution of its surroundings, now has itself an up-to-date solid fuel-fired heating system, which maintains a regular inside temperature of 60 degrees, even in the coldest weather. This heat is provided by 4 gravity-fed boilers, which also supply heat to the chapter house. Normally, only 2 boilers are in operation. During very cold weather, the 3rd boiler is fired for approximately 1 month. The maintenance of these boilers is the part-time duty of 1 boilerman. In addition to this, he attends to the heating requirements of the residential clergy and their families at Amen Court. While this installation has been working efficiently and cleanly for nearly 10 years under fully automatic control, barely 4 miles away, this boiler, you saw earlier, was still being hand-fired. After many serious complaints about the smoke nuisance, the manageress of the laundry where it is working discussed the problem with an engineer from the National Coal Board. Her insurance company assessed the boiler to have about 10 more years of working life, so she agreed to have it converted to mechanical firing. The plan was to carry out the conversion at weekends, so as not to interfere with the normal running of the laundry. The cost of a conversion will vary according to the size of the new installation and what alterations may be necessary. No 2 boiler houses are alike, and some tailoring may be needed to fit a new stoker into the limited space of an old boiler house. Cost will also depend on whether you are retaining the old boiler, as in this case, or putting in a completely new plant. Here, the smoke box had to be altered to take the new stoker, but this was done without interfering with the normal laundry routine. The most common problems to be overcome are limitations of space, either within the boiler house itself or inside the boiler. But manufacturers of mechanical stokers can always produce a stoker to fit the job, whether it requires a short, wide firebed or a long, narrow one. In this case, 4 things are fairly certain. First, the boilerman will not be opening the fire door every 10 minutes and losing heat in order to stoke up the twin flue boiler. Second, there will be more steam, providing a better and more constant supply of hot water. Third, there will be no more complaints about the smoky chimney. And, most important, the fuel bill will be reduced. The laundry engineer has been in on all the planning of the changeover, and, after discussion with the stoker manufacturer and the coal supplier, has replaced the high-grade doubles used for hand firing with a new delivery of washed smalls. Mechanical stokers work efficiently on cheaper grades of small coals, which cannot be used so successfully for hand firing. On the 3rd Sunday night, the new stoker was given a test run. And on the following Monday morning, there was plenty of steam and the staff were on the job at 7:30 a.m. as usual. Later in the day, our technical representative showed the manageress her new installation and explained something of the principles of the new stoker. It was he who initiated the conversion and helped in planning the changeover, and it is now his responsibility to see that all goes well. At first, it took him some time to explain to Mrs. E. how the old boiler could be made to function without smoking, and that coal burnt the right way compares more than favorably with any other coal, both in price and efficiency. Although Mrs. E. was not at all that interested in technical talk about reciprocating mechanisms and percentages of efficiency, she did want to know quite simply and definitely, would this new mechanical stoker reduce her steam costs? It was the production of records and testimonials from our files which convinced her that a mechanical stoker would be a sound investment. This conversion is just one example of the help the Coal Board Technical and Sales Service offers to all consumers of solid fuel. It is their job to keep in touch with all practical developments in coal utilization, to assess the combined experience of research and apply it wherever possible to the benefit of the consumer, particularly those improvements which can increase the efficiency or economy of an existing plant. When a customer is considering the conversion of his existing plant, a coal board representative will recommend, without prejudice, not only the type of appliance best suited to the customer's needs, but equally important, equipment which he knows will burn efficiently the grade of coal that is both economic and in regular supply in the customer's district. It is, in fact, part of his responsibilities to see that adequate supplies of the right coal are available when required. Talking of supplies, we know that industry relies on regular supplies of the right coal. Coal preparation plants are being extended and improved, and newer and more precise methods of grading, both for size and quality, are being introduced. Every bulk supply that leaves the preparation plant is accompanied by a chemical analysis to ensure that every fresh delivery of coal has consistent burning properties known to suit each customer's particular needs. Coal and industry are the warp and the weft of our national economy. They grew up together and are inseparable. Our mines are now beginning to reap the benefits of intensive modernization. Coal is becoming daily more dependable and cleaner to handle, and its full potential has yet to be realized. Coal used the modern way is clean, efficient, and economical. You can depend on coal.